Number
Okay,
one,
cool.
can you rank a site in a city without a GBP, a Google Business Profile, which was formerly called a GMB, a Google My Business?
Yeah, without it being attached to a Google profile. I'll just prove it to you versus just saying yes. So Katie Concrete Company. And we'll see the number one ranking is the site that we were looking at, which was the rank and rent site we looked at earlier. So the number one organic site is Katie Concrete Pros, and they are not in the Google business profile anywhere here.
Okay,
If
so that is just like a business directory on Google.
So it does benefit you to have a Google business profile because you would essentially
Okay.
have a ranking here and a ranking here. So you get even more real estate on the first page of Google. But what you do need is a physical address in that city. So if you're not there locally and you don't have an address to register for that company, then it's a little harder. There are some gray areas on how to do that by renting a local mailbox at a FedEx or something, but some of those are starting to get found out as well. Another option is once you have a partner that's renting your site, maybe they have an address that you can use to get an additional business profile there. But overall, you don't have to worry about that. If you can't get the business profile, figuring out a way to do it, then you can still rank number one without that. So don't let that
Mm.
deter you. It's just an additional way for you to show Google that you're local. And then, especially if you're a local restaurant or kind of getting walk in traffic and you want to register your address, that gives Google even more information. So, that's a whole other rabbit hole we can go down as far as Google business profiles. Eventually, if you have a way to do it, it absolutely is beneficial. So, the map pack is what this is called. And
Okay.
it's basically showing top results. So, clearly, if you're like here, you're going to get the bulk of the traffic, but you can still get a lot of traffic right here as well. So it's this is much more beneficial than this, but this is a lot harder to get as well, is to rank in the top of the map pack. It's just hard to get if you don't have a physical location there. If you do have a physical location, then it's up to reviews and those types of things, which you talked about in other videos. You can help
Mm.
people get higher in the map pack by providing them other services that high level can do, like the review widgets and the connecting their Google profile to this so that they get the little chat icon. Those types of things will help them rank higher on here.
Okay. So if you are providing a marketing service, you're doing a rank and rent site, so you don't have a physical location within your city, the answer is to just not worry about it. Or
Yeah,
is
for
there a
now.
different solution that you could do to get a Google profile?
Really, for this area, I don't wanna give any advice because there's gray areas, like I said, of how you can pretend like you're a local business or something like that, but or just getting some random person that lives in the area to give you their address, because what happens is when you apply for this, Google will send out a postcard to that location, and then you have to go online and put in a little code. So they're mailing something to somebody in Katy, Texas, in this case,
Right.
saying that's their location. So,
No,
um
I understand that, and I think it's important that you don't try to bamboozle Google, right? But if you are working with a client and they're renting your site, then the best thing that you could do is use their actual location,
Yeah,
right?
if they
Which,
haven't
if they're renting your site, then we should be putting their address on the information as well.
yeah, you can only register an address for one business. So if they've already
Mm,
claimed it, is what it's called. They've already
mhm,
claimed it for their business, then they can't use their address. But if they have mailbox A and mailbox B, then maybe they could do that as well, where you can use the other address that they have available to attach to your site, which would be
mm.
beneficial to them.
Interesting. And then I have another question about the ranking. If there's someone's renting it, wouldn't they have an issue with not having their business name on the website?
You could totally do like what that other site did, which was the this is
Yeah, that
managed by
Myers
whatever.
is managing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could do that, or you could put their information on there. You just don't wanna do too much because they're just renting it. So you don't want, like, if I was renting a house, it's not like I can go in and knock down some walls and things. So there's limitations to what you wanna do to your site, because if they stop renting it, then you have to do a lot to change all that stuff around. But just putting, like, a little image on there that says operated by ABC Roofing or whatever is not a big problem.
Okay, and so changing established in 1999 and all of the about us doesn't really mess with the website?
As far as I know, I would do a lot of that in images so that it's not,
Mm.
text-based where Google is reading all of that and crawling it.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. Okay.
so I would do, like, just an image that says, "Operated by ABC Plumbing, established," and, put their logo on it, that would be
Mhm.
okay.
That's smart. Okay.
Yeah,
All
cool.
right.